Yeah. That was the weakest I've ever introduced the show with. Already the worst introduction that I've done today. Already the worst show ever. Already. Show's ruined. The show is ruined, and we're not even a minute in. Get your head in the game, Will. This is Big Kid Will Bryant, the show that screws everything up in the first 60 seconds. I'm your screw up. I'm Will Bryant. Back at it. You know, I was like stalling, delaying the start of the show, checking everything around me. Are my toys aligned all right? Is the light too bright? Probably. Is the camera angled correctly? Probably not. I just realized I missed another light. Cause your boy needs to be well lit. I need to be lit. Well lit. Not poorly lit. Your boy needs to be well lit. Properly well lit. And I already screwed that up too. See how I tried to not curse there too? I heard it's bad to curse in like the first 10 minutes of a show for like algorithmic reasons. Not that I have huge numbers and make a lot of money or any money at all off of this show. But yeah, I was like stalling, making sure the lights were right, and they weren't even right. Wondering if I could fill more water into my water cup, my glass of water. How's my hair look? By the way, everything's probably wrong, but I was just stalling because I didn't really know. I didn't really know how to start the show. I didn't really know. Yeah, I have my quote unquote notes, which is, as you all may know by now, literally just me copying pasting my notes app from my iPhone to a MacBook or to another MacBook. Airdropping, I guess. Copying, pasting. I'm an idiot. And them's is my notes. And I'm looking at them and, oh man, maybe I have stuff here that happened in the past week, and I feel like maybe because it's so ripe. Sometimes when it's so ripe, it's good to tell or retell the story when it's still fresh, when you still feel, the way you felt about it when it first happened, Like I told you guys about the cowboy walking into a bar the very next episode that I could. Here I've got, I wrote some things down, and perhaps it's because some of it has to do with someone that I find almost exasperating now. That it's like, I got to the point where I'm like, I have to talk about this guy again. And look, I don't have to. It's my show. I kind of want to, but I'm not proud of it. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I mean? Like, I want to talk about him, about this, but I wish I was the type of guy that didn't want to talk about this, And I'll tell you what I'm talking about. I've been, in the past, I've talked about some creeps creeping at the bar on the women there. I mentioned it a little bit. There's a bunch of episodes, but the one that seems to come back to me the most is, I believe I mentioned it during First Dates and Red Flags about, it might be like 2 months ago now. Definitely over a month ago, maybe a month and a half. The man who has become known to be he's come, what the hell am I trying to say? He's come to be known as, there we go, I'll get there. He's come to be known as Vineyard Vines guy. That's like the the guy that got me started in down this road of creeping at bars and stuff, and the red flags to avoid or to pick up on with said creeps. And I've also mentioned this other creep a couple of times on this show now. I've called him a couple of things. I think more often than not, I've called him either lover bag boy or bedhead boy. And he's the guy that lives like a block away from where I work, the bar that I work at, and always just looks like he rolls out of bed with his bedhead and just walks right into my bar. And I talked about how he's lover bag boy because I talked about how he his opening line to hit on a friend of mine that was visiting was to compliment her handbag. Like, oh, that's a nice bag you have. Any in, almost shameless. Not mad at it. Not that mad at it, but a little annoyed. So I've also mentioned them in the past when I talked about a regular of mine making up a story about owning horses just because he was having an insufferable conversation with an insufferable person. That person was Bedhead Boy. Because Bedhead Boy has this terrible quality to him. He does this thing where he, no matter who he's talking to, he will always find a way to mention how much money he has in some other way or form. And he does it like this. He's not exactly saying, I make a lot of money or I have a high paying job. No, he uses betting, sports betting, to get this shallow point across. And without fail, every time that Bedhead Boy sparks a conversation with someone at my bar, he inevitably will bring up the topic of sports betting, specifically his history in sports betting. If not his current situation in sports betting on the game that's going on right now at that moment. He will always find a way to talk about how much he is betting or has bet on a game and how much he has won or is about to win on a game. And it's not like $1 and $10. He will just somewhat casually, but very transparently bring up that he has $2,000 on this game right now. And that if he hits, it'll pay out $20,000. And then inevitably the person listening will be like, holy crap, like, oh, well, it's really? And then he'll be all nonchalant and go, yeah, but it's not that I've won, I once hit on this, and that paid out $100,000, and this other time I did this and won $150 and bought everybody drinks, and it's just all about money, how much money I bet and how much money I make. And every time that he talks to someone at the bar, there's this moment with whoever he's speaking to where the initial friendliness and interest quickly turns to annoyance and almost regret. Like regret that they even got in this deep with this person and this conversation. And this guy, he's like not very self-aware. He doesn't see how every time he does this, he ends up annoying the other person. The conversation may start off well, but they end up getting annoyed. Male or female. He was doing that with my regular, who ended up telling him that he doesn't bet on anything that he doesn't have actual stakes in. And when Bedhead was like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, I don't bet on anything if I don't own part of it." And he's like, "Well, what? Do you own part of a sports team?" And he's like, "No, but I own horses. I bet on horse racing." And for like the next 20 minutes, he just talked about. He was answering Bedhead's questions about owning a horse. And then Bedhead goes to the bathroom, and my regular tells me, "Oh, I actually go up to him. I'm like, oh, hey, dude, I didn't know you owned horses." And he looks right at me. He goes, I don't. I just had to start lying to make that conversation somewhat entertaining to myself. And I lost it. I've seen him. Let's open up another one here. Cheers. I've seen him hit on women and immediately bring up the betting. And of course, how much money he is betting, has bet, has won. He'll make bets in front of them for money, for big money. As if it's as if it was a way to impress them. Very often, in fact, every single time, that initial friendliness that I said, that I talked about, that initial interest in the fact that someone is spending $500 to $1,000 right at this moment on a game right in front of you. You are a little interested at that moment. You're like, really? You're betting that much? And then you realize how annoying this guy is, how obnoxious he is, how shallow he is when he's talking about it, and they quickly just, they don't care anymore. And this guy doesn't realize it. Starts pounding the table when someone misses a shot. Starts rubbing his bedhead hair, making it even worse. Stressing. Because he's got $1,000 on the game. That's the thing too. I think there's this thing in betting where I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a little tacky to like just, unless you're like Drake betting on Triller fights, I find it a little tacky to show others how much you're betting and how much you're winning or losing, unless it's like something like really crazy that like you didn't expect to hit. But if you're regularly showing somebody, like when I share my bets with my friends, I share what I hit and what I miss, but I don't really show how much I'm betting or winning. I show them the odds of what I'm betting or winning. And I mean, look, most of the times I'm making like anywhere from like $1 to $5 to $10 to $20 bets. I'm really not making anything huge, although I have made my fair number of $100 bets here and there in my lifetime. But for the most part, it's within $20 that I'm betting. 25, let's say 25. With the occasional maybe $50 bet on something that I feel very good about, which, by the way, doesn't matter at all because I still lose anyways. And I don't look, there are people out there that bet way more than that than me, but there are also people out there that bet way less than me, and I don't want to make anyone feel a certain way about it. This guy talking about betting thousands and whatever obviously doesn't give a damn how other people feel about him talking about money or income or whatever. So, tacky, you know? But this guy doesn't exactly exude class. Now, look, I'm here drinking PBR, sitting next to about $1,000 something worth of toys. So I'm not exactly the emperor of class over here. I'm not exactly the king of high society. I understand that, but what I lack in class, I do have in self-awareness. I am very self-aware, something that this person is not. I think a lack of self-awareness is often leads to some of the worst character traits in people. Their lack of an ability to perceive how they're being seen by other people. This guy has no idea how obvious to others it is that he is a shallow person. He hit on, I saw him hit on two different occasions, two different people this past weekend. And it just so happens that one of the people he hit on is a regular of mine who has actually listened to this show. And it was as if she was meeting a minor celebrity or something. Because she knew that, well, I gave her the heads up that the person next to you is bedhead guy. And I think he went to the bathroom or something, and I said, I guarantee that he will start talking to you / hit on you, bring up money somehow, most likely through betting, and he will bring up that story that I talked about a couple episodes ago where he mentioned to everybody that he was robbed by a girl while he was in the shower and was robbed of money and a watch. And specifically told us how much money, thousands of dollars, and what kind of watch, a Rolex. Just another excuse to tell us how much money he has or makes or loses. So I told my regular, I was like, he will hit on you, mention betting, money, and being robbed. And we were basically playing bedhead bingo at this moment because she won. She hit all of them. She hit bingo. Almost immediately brought up betting, which immediately leads to money and how much he is betting on the games and how much he has won. And later on mentioned hooking up with a girl, taking her home, and being robbed by said girl. Like check, all the things. He said something. He like bragged about being a regular here, which more often than not, most of the time, as a bartender, I'll tell you, most of the time, when somebody is telling the bartender or the people around him or her that they are a regular at said bar, it doesn't come off the way you want it to come off. Even if you are a regular, even if it's true that you do come here often, like, just, what do you want us to think? That you're like you're the main character of a sitcom, like Friends at a coffee shop, or the people of How I Met Your Mother at the bar that they go to. I don't even remember what it was called. What do you want us to think? That this is Cheers, where everybody knows your name? He'll like brag to people about like, oh, they know me here. They know my drink. Yeah, because you order the same thing every day, and you get drunk every time, and you live a block away, and you never leave home. He says, oh, they know me here. He never says, oh, they love me here, because, you know, we don't. The next day, I think it was the next day. If it wasn't, it was the day after. Bedhead boy comes in, and he's with his friend. I think he was with his friend both times. But this time, his friend and him spark up a conversation with these two other girls. And it was just more creep. Creep on creep on creep. There was one moment where, I swear, this sentence came out of in Bedhead's defense. It wasn't him, but it was his friend. But you know what they say about the company you keep. His friend uttered this sentence, and I kid you. By the way, these two people, they were talking to these two girls, these two women, who look like they're probably, I don't know, mid to late 20s, I would say. They looked fine. They were too pretty for these two creeps, let's put it that way. But most women in the world are too pretty for these two creeps. So I guess it's not saying much. Either way, they're hitting on these girls, talking to them. Of course, betting was already mentioned. Of course, money was already mentioned. And of course, the stolen Rolex was already mentioned. This guy is just using all his material right away. It's like I said back in that red flag episode. The guy just wants to talk about the same subjects that he talks about all the time and finds any excuse to bring them up to anyone that'll listen. And these girls were listening. And this sentence was uttered by his friend. I swear this sentence came out of another person's mouth. Someone at my bar looked at these two good-looking women and said, I've got to say, you two look miraculous for your age. Ooh, I think I need a shot. Shot of tequila over here. So I dropped the cap. I've got to say, let's stop right there. You don't got to say anything, my friend. Oh, shit. Holy fucking shit. I think I went 23 minutes without cursing. But holy fuck. I've gotta say. No, you don't. Actually, no, you don't gotta say anything. I must say, you mustn't. You must not. Shout out to Kilo. Thank you, James. I must say, first of all, I forgot if it was I must or I gotta, but either way, I feel like it was I must. Because it works better for my anger right now. I must say. No one starts off a sentence like that unless they're trying to be a son of a bitch. I must say. What the fuck must you say? What? Huh? I must say you two look... First of all, you two look... That is three of the most dangerous words I've ever seen anyone put together to start off a sentence. Let's assume that, let's just say that the I must say or the I gotta say, that's the prelude, right? That's the, technically it's all one sentence, but I must say, that's the intro. The fucking heart of the sentence. You two look, if that next fucking word isn't beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, amazing, if that next word isn't something like that, you're doing it wrong. Now here's the thing. He said, you two look miraculous. Miraculous? What are they, a newborn child? Did they just go through the miracle of childbirth? What, miraculous? What are they, cancer survivors? Did they have a 2% chance of living and they beat it against all odds? And made a miraculous recovery? Is that why they're miraculous? What? Did they come back from the dead like Lazarus? Did Jesus say, oh no, not this one? And resurrect them from death? And have the 12 apostles account this miracle to the world? Is that why they're miraculous? Miraculous. I must say, so many things wrong, and your sentence isn't even done yet. I must say, you don't must say nothing. You two look dangerous. Miraculous? What? Of all the words you could have gone with in this moment, miraculous is probably fifth from the bottom of the 72 billion words in the world that you could have gone with. The only words worse than miraculous are disgusting, ugly, sickening, putrid, and fine. The next worst word that you could call someone is miraculous. And then here's the kicker. The way he ended the sentence. I must say, you two look miraculous for your age. Wow. The fact that those ladies didn't take their vodka sodas and promptly throw them in these sons of bitches' faces is beyond me. You look miraculous. What are they, Benjamin Button? Growing in reversed order? So whatever age they are, it's miraculous no matter what? Unless you're hitting on Brad Pitt in Benjamin Button. Unless it is Benjamin Button. The sentence, you look miraculous for your age, should never be said. If you're hitting on a woman, you don't ever say that. If you're sitting next to Benjamin Button, then by all means, you turn to Benjamin Button and you say, I must say, you look miraculous for your age. And Benjamin Button should look right at you and be like, I know, it's really fucked up. It's weird. It's a thing though. It's a thing. But if you're hitting on a woman, in no time, at no point, throughout the entire conversation, scratch that, at no point, in no time, in your entire life, should the sentence, I must say, You look miraculous for your age. Come out of your shallow, pathetic mouth. Ever. You look miraculously disgusting for your species. If an alien came to our planet and grabbed one of you two to study the entire human race, I might stop them and sacrifice myself just to give the human species a fighting chance at being respected by the rest of the universe. I will sacrifice myself. Because you cannot represent us. You know what would happen if they abducted Bedhead Boy and used him to examine the human race? While Bedhead Boy is being anally probed, he'd turn to the alien and be like, hey, how many points does RJ Barrett have? I have $5,000 riding on this game. You know that place that you abducted me from? Yeah, I'm a regular there. They know me. They know me. Ow! Ow! They know me. I make a lot of money. One of the girls, let me just keep going with disgusting sentences these people fucking said. One of the girls was wearing leather pants. And I swear, this guy says, once again, wasn't Bedhead Boy, but it was his friend, so fuck them both. They're creeps, they're both creeps. His friend sees the leather pants that this girl's wearing and says, oh, are those leather pants? Are those leather pants, are they comfortable? Are they comfortable is what he asks. And, she's like, they're all right. They're not bad. They can be warm though or hot, especially in the summer. And he says something like, yeah, like the material looks, I don't know, something slick, soft, doesn't look breathable maybe, I don't know. But I do know what his next sentence was. It was a question about these leather pants. He asked, can I feel them? This creep, after asking this woman if leather pants are comfortable, followed up by asking if he could feel her leather pants. Once again, if this woman responded by promptly tossing her vodka soda in this dumbass fool's face, I would not blame her. Instead, and this is where a lot of you will start turning on these women. Instead, she said yes. She said, sure, you can feel. And the dude does. The dude abides. Oh, man. When he said, can I feel your pants? I remember I was pouring a beer and I turned and there was another regular there at the bar of mine. I was sitting right next to him. I turned and my eyes were just wide. And we locked eyes and neither one of us could believe the audacity of this sentence. Creeps, man. Now, eventually, it took longer than it usually does for other people, but eventually, these two women realized, oh, these guys are tools. Oh, whoops. These guys suck. And they just stopped talking. They're all sitting right next to each other at the bar and just were not acknowledging each other after a while. They stopped talking to them. Creeps, man. Creeps be creeping. Talk about cringe-worthy. I could not. These guys were saying things that were literally leaving me with my mouth just wide open. I wasn't even hiding it. It was like Jim in The Office when Michael Scott does something crazy and he just looks at the camera like shaking his head. That was me. Just looking at anyone else at the bar. Just, are you hearing this? Oh, man. I can't believe how often I'm surprised at the bar, because I see so much dumb shit that you would think I wouldn't be surprised anymore. Like, I'm not surprised that these guys are so shallow, but I guess I am just surprised to see it in action. I mean, I don't know. You know what it is? It's like, we all know that lions hunt, right? But if we were walking along the Serengeti and a lion suddenly just chomps on a gazelle right in front of us, we'd be like, holy shit, that's really happening. That's disgusting. Wow, and scary. Like, we knew that animals attack each other, but when you see it, you're like, wow. Sometimes even a video of it, you're like, oh my, well, I mean, that's all I've ever seen of it, unless it's my cat attacking a mouse. But you see it, you see these lions rip into something, you're like, whoa. Now, I know that there are really stupid men out there in the world. I thought I was one of them, and then I started bartending, and I was like, wow. I'm like not that bad. I'm all right. I'm all right. That's how I hit on women. I just look at a woman and I say, hey, my name's Will. I'm all right. I'm all right. Not mentioning money or bets. My hair is usually looking much better than bedhead. No stories about being robbed while I'm in the shower. No questions about feeling your pants. And no commenting on your looks or age in any way. Unless it's positive. Unless I'm sure they thought that was positive. I'm all right. In fact, later on that night, someone, I got a compliment about my hair, and I was like, oh, this old thing. I have mentioned already. I've mentioned on this show, I'm bad at taking compliments. I don't know what to do when someone gives me a compliment. The only compliment I like is when it's in relation to a playlist or something, because it tends to happen with me at the bar. Someone will ask me, do you know what playlist is playing right now? And I'll just start smiling, beaming from ear to ear, beaming and beaming, smiling and smiling, and I'll just look back and I'll be like, that's It's my playlist. I'm like, no way. Is this on Spotify? I was like, well, yes, it is. And you can follow this, or you can like this playlist right now. And it's happened a good amount of times now with me, where someone will just pull out their Spotify and I'll tell them, you can follow me at I'm Will Bryant. That's 3 words. I'm Will Bryant, like Kobe. And they find me on Spotify, and I help them because I have a lot of playlists on my Spotify, a lot, like over 100. I DJ as a hobby, so I don't like saying I also DJ because, like, even though I DJ, like, I've rarely gotten paid for it. So I bartend because that's what I do for a living. If I ever DJ'd for a living, then I will say that I am a DJ. But right now, I just DJ for a hobby. For fun. Where's it going? Oh, yeah. So I have a lot of playlists on Spotify. Different types, different moods, or whatever. My 90s alternative playlist is a huge hit with, like, middle-aged white people. By the way, me, I'm right in there. I may not be white, but I am 35, so I'm not that spring chicken anymore. Man, these guys and girls, they love my 90s alternative playlist, man. Some Eagle Eye Cherry, some Blues Traveler, some Third Eye Blind. They love that stuff. And I would rather you, if you're at my bar, I would rather you compliment my playlist over my drinks. To me, if someone compliments me on a drink, you're just telling me I follow a recipe really well. Great. I don't know. I've always said that although I am a bartender and I think I do it well, I don't have this, like, passion for mixology. That's not me. I'm not that guy. I love bartending, but it's more about the atmosphere and the vibe that I love about it. It's not, I could give a fuck less about pairing the perfect ingredients together and garnish it beautifully. Like, I like making I like being good at my craft, but I'm not passionate about mixology. I'm not going to spend hours coming up with the perfect cocktail. No. It's almost like I'm not going to take my work home with me. If I'm going to spend hours, I spend hours on this. I work on this podcast. I love this podcast. I love working on this. And I used to dedicate hours upon hours to my DJing, and I got to get back to that. But, as far as bartending goes, I always wanted to be a bartender, but I don't dream of coming up with the next classic cocktail, I love knowing about them. I love being able to make them. And if you like my drink, if you compliment my drink, cool, thanks. Yeah, sure, I feel good about it. But if you tell me, well, you make a fantastic, whiskey sour. You make a fantastic penicillin. Your Boulevardiers are on point. I'll be like, okay, thank you. That's, I appreciate it. I usually say I learned from some great people. But if you are just enjoying the shit out of the music, and you go, man, whose playlist is this? And I say mine, and you just beam with excitement because suddenly you can follow this playlist, that, I don't know, to me, now you're complimenting me on way more than my ability to follow a recipe, way more than my ability to memorize something. This is my taste in music. If I'm playing a playlist at work, it's usually a playlist that I have specifically curated for a bar. Not just for a bar, but for a specific time of the day and day of the week. What I play on a Monday night or Monday evening is not what I play on a Saturday night. You know? What I play on a Sunday is not the same. It changes. You got to read the mood, read the crowd. So whether you're complimenting me on my 90s alternative playlist, on my, there's a playlist I call EDM pop, which is, I feel like just some of the the basic bangers for EDM that will get even the most simple-minded electronic music fan dancing. These get a lot of compliments, and that makes my day. When you type in "I'm Will Bryant," that's 3 words, "I'm Will Bryant," into Spotify, to search my account and to find my playlist, I think that's awesome. I love it. In fact, my girl was not visiting me. My girl angrily had to come to the bar to get my keys, because she left hers at home, and our spare keys were not where they're supposed to be. Maybe my fault, maybe not. More on that later. Anyways, my girl was at the bar, and the person right next to her asked that very question, whose playlist is this? And I just started smiling. I was like, mine. Someone had asked an hour or two earlier, and my coworker heard and scoffed and was like, oh no, his ego is big enough. My 21-year-old coworker said, oh no, his ego is big enough, as a response to somebody complimenting me for my playlist. She's not wrong. Not wrong. So yeah, it's funny. I was about to tell this story about me and my girl and the keys, and I realized I was about to tell all of you where I hide my spare keys, which is a part of the story. And imagine I just told everyone where I hide my spare keys, and then I put this podcast out, and a couple of days later we're robbed. No one broke in. They somehow just opened the door. I wonder how they found the keys. So never mind. I guess I won't go into detail about that story. Woo! Dodged the bullet there. I almost got us robbed. Almost got us robbed. I need another beer. So we'll be right back after these messages. Let me pour myself some tequila before I start this show again. This is great content, right? By the way, for you video watchers, isn't it? For whoever's watching this right now, this is beautiful content, isn't it? Just silence. All right, fuck it, let's go. Let's turn Galactus back on. Yeah. All right. So this the other night at the bar, these girls came in that were meeting up with each other in New York, but one was from like Montana and the other one was from West Virginia. And it's funny, one of my notes that I have in my notes app, this is literally what I have written down. I live in blah blah, it's about 2 hours blah blah of blah blah. Okay, let me interpret that for you. I know that might not make sense. I have this maybe, all right, it's not maybe, it's 100% because I am from Queens, New York. I am from Jackson Heights, Queens, New York, baby. I am from somewhere that is pretty much known, especially in New York. If I tell someone I'm from Queens, they know what the hell that means. People know. I'm looking outside my window and there's someone looking over the fence into my window. That's a little weird. And they're looking at someone talking into a microphone with headphones. This is weird. All right, just plow right through this, Will. All right. Anyways, so I'm from Queens, New York, which, by the way, I'm very proud of being from Queens, New York. You know Jackson Heights? I'm from Jackson Heights. I was born in Jackson Heights. Jackson Heights at one point had the Guinness World Record for having the most, I believe it's ethnicities. Jackson Heights had the Guinness World Record for having the most ethnicities represented within a square mile, or it was something like Jackson Heights once had the Guinness World Record for having the most different languages spoken within a square mile. Either way, it was all about the fact that Jackson Heights, Queens, New York, was one of the most diverse places in the entire world. And that's where I was born. I'm pretty proud of that. Anyways, Queens, New York, kind of known. I mean, it's not, I can't just say, I don't like saying I'm from New York City. I'm from Queens. People around the world probably know Brooklyn or just New York City more than Queens, but Queens pretty well known. I don't really ever have to be like to explain geographically where I'm from. This is what I'm trying to get to. Because I've always had a thing about people having to feeling the need to explain to someone how far they are geographically from a place that matters. And by that, I mean, if you tell me that you live in, or that you're from Gardenville, Illinois, and I'm making that up. That's not a real place. I don't think it is. But if you I'm from Gardenville, Illinois, and then you follow that up with, it's about 2 hours west of Chicago. What? I don't care. And then the response is always, oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Now I understand. Now I'm with you. Uh-huh. Oh, hey, I'm from I'm from Armadilloville, Texas. It's about 7.5 hours north of Houston. I don't think that makes any sense at all. But, oh, all right. I understand. Now I get you. Yeah. I'm from San Padrino, California. It's about 6 hours west. Nothing 6 hours west of California. It's like 6 hours south of Sacramento. Oh, all right, right on. Yeah. Okay. Now I understand everything about you and who you are as a person. I get your past, I see your future, and I'm with you. We connect now on a soul to soul level. Got you. Thank you for giving me your geographical distance to the next big city that I have actually freaking heard of. Shot of tequila. Thank you, James. Foreigners do it too. Oh, speaking of James, if imagine, his family comes over from Korea, and I'm like, Hanaseo, how you doing? They're like, oh, I'm doing well. Because in my head, to be as little racist as possible, James's family from Korea speak perfect English. So when they arrive, they're like, hello, William, how are you doing? And I'm like, hello, James's family, how are you doing? Where are you coming in from? They're like, well, we flew out of Seoul, but we live in Chestertonville. You guys thought I was going to say something stereotypical there. Nope. I'm avoiding all landmines on this one. So yeah, James's family comes from Chestertonville, Korea. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not familiar. They'll be like, it's about 47 kilometers south of Seoul. Oh, okay, all right. I understand now. Got it. Always had a thing about that. I don't know. What am I, a cartographer, dude? Do I make maps? Where are you from? Oh, I'm from Charleston, West Virginia. I think I heard there's a dance named after that, isn't there? I don't know. Whatever. It's about 2 hours from Richmond, Virginia. But, okay. I haven't thought about Richmond, Virginia since I drove past it to get to Florida. I'm not a cartographer. Maps isn't my hobby. I'm sorry that I don't know exactly how far away every city is from each other. Also, I realized I got up to go get a beer, went to use the bathroom while I was getting the beer, and never brought back the goddamn beer. Get your head in the game, Will. Get your head in the game. You know what? I'm not even pausing the podcast. I'm leaving it recording this whole time so that you see me leave to go get the beer so that you see my failure. I'm pissed. Podcast ruined. It's ruined. I'm yelling in another room because it's ruined. Where are you from? I'm from America. It's about an entire hemisphere away from Europe, you know? I live like 2 clicks south of St. Louis. Great. Now I know everything about you. I just thought I had that note in my... That was a random thing I had written down in my iPhone for like forever, for such a long time. And I just never thought it was... I kept looking at it, I was like, no one's gonna give a fuck about that. Why am I gonna talk about that? And then someone did it this weekend to me, and I was like, son of a bitch! Here's the thing, they were so nice too. They were so nice. But both of them, one from Montana, one from West Virginia. Neither one lived anywhere I knew. To be fair, unless you're from Helena, Montana, you could live anywhere in Montana and I wouldn't know what the fuck that was about. I just know Helena is the capital because I think I had to memorize that once. Right? Helena's the capital? I don't know. Also, yeah, I live about 2 hours away from Helena. Where the fuck is Helena? Montana's a big goddamn rectangle. I don't know where on that rectangle Helena is. I was trying to... These other two dudes were there that were regulars of mine. Trying to wingman a little bit, but they were hopeless. At one point, one of the regulars asked me about requests. Asked me about a song request, and I said what I like to say often, like, oh, how do you feel about requests? And I don't ever say what I want to say, because what I want to say is, go fuck yourself! But I don't really say that, so... Yeah. In case you missed that. This regular asked me my stance on song requests. And I wanted to say, go fuck yourself! But I didn't. What I did say is what I normally say to other people, which is still a bit douchey, but like just only slightly douchey enough that I can still kind of get away with it. And my response is usually like, oh, how do you feel about song requests? Or can I make a request? And my response will usually be, if it doesn't suck. If it doesn't suck, maybe. Sometimes I'll say, well, it depends, and then just not elaborate. Depend on what? A bunch of things. And he said, oh, can I request... Guess who? Guess who? This dude goes, can I request some Bad Bunny? And I replied as sarcastically as I possibly could have. And I was like, oh, really? You want me to play some Bad Bunny? Who's that? Never heard of him. And this dude looked back at me with the most serious look and was absolutely just, his world was rocked when he legitimately thought that I did not know who Bad Bunny was. He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Are you kidding? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? I can't tell. I can't tell if you're serious. I've gotten that a lot, by the way. Hey Siri, I'm not trying to talk to you right now.
I don't understand. Hey Siri, I'm not trying to talk to you right now. But I could search the web for it.
No, just stop talking to me. Just shut the fuck up. Thank you. Fucking Siri interrupting my podcast, dude. The fucking audacity. The unmitigated gall. You saw how it shut the fuck up the moment I told her to shut the fuck up? Hey Siri, shut the fuck up. See? It heard. It typed it. It said, hey Siri, shut the fuck up. And it did. It shut the fuck up. Because I run shit here, not Siri. Not AI. Not yet. Not yet. AI is taking over the world, but not this world. Not my world. Not my podcast. Not yet. Not my town. Not any of my 5 towns. Only the real ones know what that is. So anyways, I say, I've never heard of Bad Bunny. He's like, are you serious? Are you serious? And I know Oh my, I'm saying serious, not Siri. Shut up.
I'm always serious.
You're making jokes right now, Siri. Really? Really? God damn it. I'm just trying to record a show here. Anyways. I'm afraid to say the word serious. Because this fucking asshole is going to start talking to me again. I've never been more annoyed. Fucking AI. Jesus, I can't finish this story, man. So, he requests Bad Bunny. I act sarcastic. I say, I don't know who Bad Bunny is. He looks at me incredulously. He's like, no way. I can't believe it. Are you being... I can't say the word because the MacBook thinks I'm saying another name, but he said, you can't be for real. Are you being for real right now? Are you being for real? And I'm like, yeah, man. And now I see that I got him. I'm fucking pissed. I should tell this story better, but I'm pissed. Well, anyways, all right. So, I know that I have an ability to... Listen, I don't know how good I am at poker, but I do have a poker face in real life. I can act serious when I am just bullshitting to the maximum degree. My friends know this about me, and they're pretty much the only ones that have they have the ability to spot it and be like, no, fuck this. And even then, I still get them. But if I don't know you at all, you have no chance. You have no chance. Because I can bullshit about anything and just get you going. And you'll just, at one point, you'll be like, holy crap, are you for real? And I'll be like, nah. And they'll be like, oh my God, I thought you were for real this whole time. I don't know if it means I'm a good liar. In my head, I'm a great actor. I am an Academy Award winning caliber actor. That's just undeniable. That's obvious to me. Whether you see it or not, I'll make you see it when I fool you next time. But I'm basically the Meryl Streep of people, like, she's the Meryl Streep of actors. I'm the Meryl Streep of everybody else in the world. So essentially, I'm more Meryl Streep than her because I represent more people than she does. Like, I represent the rest of the world. I am the best in the world at lying, at pretending to be serious. So he thinks that I don't know. I said, Bad Bunny. Why do you keep saying Bad Bunny? You know who Bad Bunny is? Do you have a Bad Bunny? Do you have a pet bunny? Was he misbehaving today? Is that what happened? Are you telling me that your pet was and he couldn't? Nah, you gotta be fucking with me, yo. Like, nah. Wait, are you serious? I don't know, bro. I can't tell with this dude, son. I can't tell with this dude. I can't tell if he's being serious or not. I can't tell. This dude is like Meryl Streep, son. I'm telling you, this dude is like Meryl Streep. He's the best. I don't know if he's being for real or if he's the greatest actor of our generation, son. I don't know what's going on here. His words, not mine. Literally, I'm just don't kill the messenger here. Just speaking the truth here. And at one point I just walked over. I was trying to, you know, have a good time with everybody at this time. It was like 3 a.m. at this point. I go over and I just, without announcing it at all, just start playing Un Verano Sin Ti. That epic, like 2-hour Bad Bunny album he came out with last summer. And as soon as I played it, I even started doing I do this little dance, this little booty dance. Maybe someday you'll see it. And when he saw me dancing and singing, he lost his shit. So did Montana and West Virginia. But he looked at me like, son of a bitch, you was lying. I knew he was lying. He didn't know I was lying. He didn't know anything. You know how I know he didn't know? Because I'm Meryl Streep. But he was like, oh man, you had me going, so I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, man. You requested Bad Bunny. I had to have some fun with you, man. Because he wasn't, he's a cool dude. He's a good guy, you know. He's kind of a regular. He's roommates with someone that is my regular. So he's got the pass. He's got the cred, you know. But when he asked me that, can I request Bad Bunny? Ay. Yeah, I posted this clip on my social media this past week of me talking about requests at a bar from an episode like a month and a half ago. And my advice was, if you want to know the proper way to request a song from a bartender, don't. That's really it. Just don't. Because we don't want to fucking hear it. Whether you're a bartender or DJ, we are legitimately really fucking sick of you guys just requesting Bad Bunny all the time. It's all the time. And you have to realize that when you request Bad Bunny, you are essentially just being the most basic fucking bitch possible. Whether you're male or female. If you request Bad Bunny, look, even I like Bad Bunny. I listen to Bad Bunny. I have a Bad Bunny playlist. I have an entire Reggaeton playlist of more than just Bad Bunny. Because believe it or not, there's more Reggaeton out there than just Bad Bunny. I have Reggaeton that spans from freaking 2000s all the way to now. That's my Reggaeton playlist. I will play everything. But when you request Bad Bunny, whether you're a bartender or a DJ, because I do one by profession and one by hobby. It's just so unoriginal and just so like, oh hey, you're as basic as they come. You're requesting the most like listened to artist in the world. Wow, get out of here. That's incredible. No way. Requesting Bad Bunny will like usually annoy someone just because it's like, yeah, no shit. I get it, yeah. God forbid we try to play like anything else. I do play Bad Bunny at the bar, but like requesting it when like the vibe is something completely different, Jesus Christ, man. It's rough, man. It sucks because I actually love Bad Bunny. I don't like him, I love him. But dude, I can't imagine being paid to be a DJ, loving Bad Bunny, and then but also hating Bad Bunny requests. I don't even get paid to be a DJ, but if I were requested to like play a Bad Bunny song while I'm in the middle of like some fucking deep house set or something, I would be so fucking pissed. I'm pissed right now thinking about it. Fuck your Bad Bunny. Fuck your request, but also fuck your Bad Bunny request. And that is not a commentary on Bad Bunny at all because I love him. I'm half Puerto Rican, man. I gotta represent. Oh. I swear, you guys make me a bad person. I'm better than this. I'm nicer than this, but random ass thought I just thought about. You know what made me think about this? Saying I'm better than this literally made me think about this next thing I'm about to say. You know what content I hate that's out there that's kind of popular right now? You know what videos I can't stand that for some reason is seems to be kind of popular out there on Instagram and TikTok. You guys see these videos? More often than not, they look like they're on a beach or on a college campus. And these fucking loser frat boy bros will have like a mic or one of these, like a lav mic, a lavalier mic as we call it. They'll have a mic and they'll go up to a woman, a girl, and then they'll just start asking some like inappropriate ass question. Like, what's your body count? Do you like anal? What's the freakiest thing you've ever done? And somehow it'll lead to inevitably the interviewer, the fratty boy douchebag, ending the interview by asking for this girl's number. They'll go up to a girl at a beach or on college campus, some college campus somewhere, anywhere, ask some inappropriate question like, what's the perfect size? Or, would you ever have a threesome? 2 girls or 2 guys? How many cups? And then for some reason, the next question will be like, rate me 1 through 10. And she'll be like 7, I guess. I don't know. And he'll be like, oh, is 7 good enough to get your number? This shit, it's all just a ploy to talk to girls, right? It can't be, I can't be the only one seeing this. You guys are seeing this out there, right? These fucking frat bros that act like they're hosting this show on E! News, walk up to women and just ask them, when's the last time you had an orgasm? Out of nowhere. And the woman will be like, shit, I don't know, last week. Yeah? Can I have your number? Can I give you your next one? What the fuck, dude? I wish they would post all the times. I wish that these guys would make videos of all the times that a girl responds with, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of my face, you creep ass douchebag. Because they only post the women that respond. The women that get run up on the street and start talking about the last time they orgasmed, they're the same woman that'll let a creep feel their leather pants at a bar. I'm surprised these frat bros don't go up to a woman with this mic and say, I must say, you look miraculous for your age. The woman will be like, I didn't even tell you how old I am. Who the fuck are you? Doesn't matter. Miraculous. It's a miracle! Tell me y'all have seen these videos. These bros. Instead of just being able to talk to a woman, they're like, hey bro, you know what's a good way to talk to bitches, bro? I've seen this shit on TikTok with dudes just like fucking uglier than us, bro. Fucking like smaller dicks than us. They just go right up to bitches with like this mic, and their boy will just be recording them, and they'll ask them fucking crazy shit, bro. Like they'll be like, hey, where's the weirdest place you ever got plowed? And these fucking bitches, bro, they'll just fucking respond. They'll like answer your question because they want to fucking go viral and shit, bro. It's fucking crazy. So they'll fucking talk to us, and then bro, and then we'll just ask them for their fucking number. and we'll do it right on camera. If these bitches don't want to look all fucking lame and shit on fucking line and whatnot, so they'll fucking give us their number, bro. That's how we'll just get in there, dude. They can't even fucking say no to us, bro. And it's not rapey at all. It's just cool because we're like on social media and we're cool too, bro. Yeah, can we go to a beach? Let's go to a beach. Yeah. I made myself lightheaded getting into that state of mind. That's how. Ugh. Speaking of content that I hate, there's another type of trend out there. And I think it's a take on that. Oh, man. So there's one dude on like TikTok, Instagram. I don't know if he's on YouTube, but like he is huge. Oh, man. What's his name? Oh, man. I forgot. But it's this dude that, for you guys watching on video, he'll have a like someone will put some video up doing something, and he will literally just cut to him looking at the camera like this, and then he'll like mimic an easier, less difficult way of getting the thing done. What's it? It's like Kwame does it, or no, not Kwame. Is it who the hell most followed TikTok? I think he's literally like the most followed TikToker around. No, it's not Charlie D'Amelio, but it's one of those guys or girls. Is it Kabani? Kabani Lame? Does he call himself Lame? I don't know. Kabani Lame or whatever. It's like Kabani does it. It's someone who like he'll post a video of somebody and he kind of just mocks them by making a face to the camera and just showing you that it doesn't have to be this difficult. I think it is Kabi. Is it Kabi knows? Let's see. Yeah, I think Charlie D'Amelio, I think, is number one now on TikTok. Oh no, Kabi's lame deadpan comedy has led him to be the biggest TikToker in the world with 155 million followers. Yeah, so Kabi Lame, I guess. So yeah, right now, I'm just looking at a video of like someone struggling to get their shirt out of the car, and Kabi will just cut to him just going, and just unlocks the car and he's just making fun of the original video. I'm not mad at him. He is the most popular TikToker in the world. He's super followed, but he kind of came up with that on his own. There are other people now that are getting even lazier than that. And what they'll do is they'll find videos of like people either like falling or hurting themselves or doing something crazy, you know. And these videos usually exist on their own, but they put it together in a montage with like 4 or 5 other videos, and between every video, like it'll be like crazy video, and then it cuts to them just looking at the camera, acting shocked or surprised at what they just saw. So it'll be like someone, you know, narrowly getting. God, I'm like stumbling and bumbling. It'll be like a video of someone narrowly avoiding getting hit by a car. And then it'll cut to the person just sitting in their room going, oh my God, what? Just mouth open. What? Then it cuts to another video of someone like, you know, falling and crashing through glass. What? Then another video. The person posting these videos is literally doing nothing except looking into the camera and going, what? And these people are getting 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers, 30,000 followers, just because people want to see these videos. But instead of just finding the videos on their own, they start following these people who put them together and just record themselves with their mouth open in between every shot. I hate that, dude. I don't know if it's me being jealous of like how successful their pages are getting through how minimal effort. But there's something, I don't know, I can't say that it's pure jealousy, dude, because like I would never do that. I don't want to do that. You know? I don't want to do that. Actually, I don't even know if I've ever talked about this on the show. Have I? I don't know. So, my Instagram page has 19 million. I wish. Let's go back. My Instagram page has 19,000 followers. Technically, right now it's at like 19.9. It used to have like up to like 22 point something thousand followers, but it goes down and down and down. And on paper, that looks great, right? Like you guys go to my page, like, oh, you must be popular, blah, 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 blah. No, not the case. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be transparent. Shit, all my friends, anyone that is close to me, anyone that knows me in real life knows this. I don't really pretend to be fucking Instagram famous. I'm not. I have a lot of followers for one reason and one reason only. I once posted a 7-second video of one of the stray cats that I take care of in my backyard that went insanely viral. Out of this world viral. I see people put up a video that'll get like 10,000 views, 50,000 views, 100,000 views, 500,000 views, and they'll be like, hey, my video went viral. And I'll be like, haha, that's cute. Shit. I see celebrities put up a video that gets 1 million views, 2 million views, 5 million views, 10 million views, and people will say, oh shit, their video went viral. And I'll look at that and I'm like, that's cute. People will put up a video of something and get 25 million views. And people will say, man, that video is viral as fuck. And I'll look at that and I'll say, that is cute. When I'm telling you I had one 7-second kitty video go viral, I mean that motherfucker went viral. How viral? Over 100 million views. At one point it was at like 107. 107 million. Then like Instagram started deleting bots and it went to like 90 something million views. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not at the 100 million mark. Then I didn't check it for like months. And then it went back to like 100 something million. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't checked that exact reel in about a month or two. So I'd be curious to see what it's at right now. But last I checked, it was over 100 million views. Let's see if I can even check it right now. Maybe it's not available. I'm Will Bryant. Oh, did I type my name wrong? I don't even know how to look up Instagrams. I'm using my camera to record myself, so I can't exactly look it up on my own phone. So yeah, I have a lot of followers on Instagram, but the truth is, I went from 2,000 followers to 22,000 followers in 1 week. And it was all because of a 7-second video of a kitten. Now look, before that, I was posting reels all the time. I was doing, my social media was active. I was trying, 2,000's not anything to sneeze at. There's a lot of people out there that wish they had 2,000 followers. I was up to 2,000. I had some, it started off with some really cool pictures, and, I started getting into reels, and I was doing the reels, and I had, a bunch of videos that had 1,000 views, 2,000 views. I had some 5. I had some 10K views in there. I think I had some 20K views, but like I never broke through with anything crazy. And then one day I was smoking a joint outside, and my little buddy that was a stray cat that I take care of a bunch of stray cats in my backyard. Right now there's at least 6 or 5 that I feed on a daily basis, twice a day. And this both the cats that live with us right now indoors were strays that we just took in from outside. Yeah, the mom that lives in our backyard has given birth like 3 different times. We finally got her fixed. But one of the times she gave birth was to this little dude. He was this awesome little guy that used to just come out whenever I smoked and just chill with me. And literally, it was just him looking into, like, just chilling, enjoying the sun, just going like this, just rocking back and forth. 7 seconds, that's it. And I found it right now on Instagram, 103 million views. It has 103 million views, 7.6 million likes, 31.7 thousand comments. 2,000 followers to 22,000 in a week. And then little by little, people started realizing, oh, this isn't a cat page. So they started unfollowing, which is why I went from 22,000 to 19.9 now. I have lost more followers than I ever used to have. If I used to have 2,000 before, now I've lost like 3,000, 3,500. I've lost more followers than I've ever had. Well, 2,500, whatever. So, yeah, this whole, I think I brought that whole thing up because I was talking about people using Instagram or, I was saying how these people that use Instagram to make the kind of content that I don't like, they're getting followers and stuff like that. And look, I didn't get my followers by making, by interviewing girls on the beach, and I didn't make my following by stealing other people's videos and splicing my face in between them. I did, however, get my following on some almost hack way. And I don't mean hack like I am a hack. I mean like computer hack, right? Like I found a hack. But it was my cat in my backyard that I took care of. If anything, there are other people out there in the world that went viral from stealing my video and posting it as their own. There are other people out there that got millions of views off of my 103 million time viewed video. There are other people out there that got hundreds and thousands of views off of my video that stole it from me, that never gave me credit for it. That's more other people got views and follows from my video. It's my video. I took it with my phone in my backyard of my cat that I take care of, that I feed. So it's funny, sometimes people think I got now it's 19.9 thousand followers. They think I got it because I podcast, because I DJ, because I don't know. But no, I'm being honest and transparent with you guys. You can go through my Instagram history. It's right there. 103 million views, 1 7-second kitty video, and in 1 week I went from 2,000 to 20,000. I am not the guy to talk. I am not the Instagram whisperer. I'm not the guy to talk to learn how to grow your following. My advice, find a really cute cat and record them and hope that 100 million people view that reel. That's all I did. All I'm trying to do is keep my followers. My followers have gone down ever since that video. My goal, it's a very small goal, is to get right now I'm at 19.9 thousand followers. I'm hoping I don't get down to 19.8, my goal is to get that 19.9 back to 20K. If I can start making a positive influence in my followers as opposed to letting it keep getting lower and lower ever since the viral video, then I will feel like I'm doing something right with my social media. Until then, I know that I just lucked into something and hey, cool, I'll use it, whatever. But I have no shame over the fact that I got 20,000 followers over a cat video. I would feel a certain way if I got it by taking other people's content and putting it on my page and passing it off as my own. Or even, maybe, I guess they're not passing it off as their own, but I'm just one that appreciates originality. I'm here giving you an original show every week. I'm here giving you my clips, my social media clips and content that's of me and my cats and shit that I do. I'm just trying to be, genuine and God, there's just so much content out there that's just so... There's shortcuts I can't take that I'm not going to, dude. You'll never find me taking other viral content and posting it on my own page to try to make that video go viral for me. It is fun though when people ask to follow, like, hey, do you have Instagram? Yeah, sure. And they look at me like, what the fuck? Like, what are you, Instagram famous or something? Nah. On TikTok, I have like 100 followers. I have like 22 people subscribe to me on YouTube. I have like 150 followers on Twitter. It was just Instagram. And I didn't even capitalize on it. Gary Vee would be so upset with me. Do you know what Gary Vee would do with a post that got 103 million views? He would have turned that into the most profitable enterprise of all time. Me, I didn't really capitalize on it. Well, but you live and you learn. Sometimes I wonder like if I should have, and in that moment I should have like tried to start some like Kickstarter where I don't even think about making a single dime off this, but if I could have started a Kickstarter in that week that I went viral, because it lasted about a month, like the hoopla, and just gotten donations for anyone that was willing to chip in to feed the cats. Because I have, like I said, I have 5 cats that live in my backyard, that live in these 2 houses that I have for them. There's at least 3 to like 5 other strays that live around the area that will visit from time to time throughout the week. And I feed all the cats wet food twice a day, and I put dry food out all day, every day. And sometimes I wish that I would have, when I went viral, I wish I would have maybe asked anybody out there, hey, these cats right here that you're liking, that you're commenting on, that you're watching, help me feed them. Donate $1, donate a penny, donate anything. And I'll put it towards feeding these little guys out here. Me and my girl, we went as far as getting the 5 cats that live in our backyard. We got them, we caught them to get them TNR'd. We got them, they're all fixed so that they won't continue to reproduce and unfortunately put out more cats that need to be taken care of out there. We care about the cats in our backyard. We really do. We love them. We name them. We play with them every day when we can. We try to get closer to them every day when we can. In fact, today I just started, one of the cats in my backyard finally started letting me pet him when I'm not feeding him. And I feel like I'm bonding with him, like I care about these cats. And I feel bad that I didn't like take advantage of the viral moment to see if maybe there's anyone out there that'd be willing to help me pay for this, because dude, I'm not rich. I'm just a fucking bartender here, and I'm paying not just to feed the 2 cats that we live with, but to pay these 5 to 7 cats that live in my backyard. Should have taken advantage of that at the time. Who knows? Hopefully I get to a point with this podcast, with my content, with just my life, where I'll be in a place where I find ways to help my cats in the backyard even more. My own cats even. My girl Val, she actually, look at this. She's getting into all this UGC stuff, which is like user generated content. It's like when you see these commercials by like influencers and people instead of like paid actors. And she's getting into that, and this cat company, Waruva, focus on that, yeah. Waruva reached out and sent over some free food if we provide, or if she provided some content for them. And so look, we're already at a point where even just one meal, there's more. There's a party pack, a pantry pack, but like we have, food for our cats for a week or 2 covered by this social media stuff, this content stuff, you know? So it's possible. It's possible. Little steps, little goals. I do have, as as silly and as aimless as this show may be, I do have a vision for things in my future, for things in my life. And hopefully you guys can see me accomplish some of these things, see some of these through along this journey. If you listen every week, watch every week, the idea is hopefully you'll listen and see me grow. Who knows? Who knows? I said before, I really got to start focusing again on my my DJing. Because although it is a hobby and not a profession, it is... I don't know if there are many other moments in my life that I feel better than when I'm DJing. I don't know if whether it's at home by myself or in front of a crowd at a party. I think there's very few moments in my life that I feel better than that moment. So that's why I know it's something I have to pursue more, I have to do more, I have to push more, you know? And I think it's time, another beer. I don't put as much DJing stuff or content out on my social media because I think it's where I feel most vulnerable. I think it's where the imposter syndrome that I deal with in every aspect of my life hits hardest. Whether it's bartending or podcasting or anything in my life, I always have imposter syndrome. I always think I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be bartending. I'm not supposed to be podcasting. I'm not supposed to be DJing. I'm not good enough to do any of these things. I'm just faking it and no one's caught on yet. I am imposter syndrome. And what I've learned throughout my life is that there are I've met more people in my life that suffer from imposter syndrome than don't. And that has been something very comforting in my life. To know that most of us out there think that we're just fooling everyone else. Every time that I spin in front of anybody, I just think to myself, no one has any idea that I fucking suck. And here's the thing, I don't know if I suck. Maybe I don't know. I'm self-taught. I learned from watching videos and listening to shit and reading shit, but from bartending, I learned from some amazing people. DJing, I learned from nobody. Both things I think I suck at and I think I'm fooling everybody at. So it doesn't matter if I am well trained or untrained. I will always feel like an imposter. So I don't really put out shit. You don't even see that many bartending videos from me on my Instagram either. Like I don't want to pretend like I'm good at either. So I'm trying to find a way. I'm trying to think of a way to put myself out there more that's more genuine and authentic to me. Like I remember a popular video that I had was I did a bartending video where I was like, this is what I reply with whenever somebody asks me what's my favorite cocktail to make. And all I did was pour a shot of tequila and take it. That's a bartending video, but I'm not exactly trying to make a video that says that I'm an amazing bartender, right? That's just the video where I'm being me and it happens to be about bartending. So I'm trying to find a way that I can do more of that I can do, and also start incorporating my DJing into stuff, you know? It's because I do want this to lead. I want this show, this podcast. Like, I don't want to just do this week in and week out. Look, I am having fun doing it, but I want that to be the only reason I do it. I started thinking like, I've got to try to sell myself, right? If I want to profit off of this, if I want this to be something that I do that can benefit me in life, I have to sell myself. But what am I selling? My stupidity? No one's going to buy that. I love DJing, so I got to start doing that more. I got to start showing you guys that more. But there is one other thing that I have absolutely been terrified to approach. More on that in just a second. Alright, YouTube, I am back. What a is on, huh? What a cliffhanger. Let me moisturize my lips. Yeah. You gotta have moist lips for podcasting. You can't podcast with dry lips. What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that? Podcasting with dry lips. That's stupid. Oh, I'm like listening to myself now. All right, guys, are you ready? Let's get back to it. Oh, Galactus has to be on, right? So, I mentioned the word terrified. There's one thing that I've always wanted to do that I've never even attempted a little bit. I just poured myself a shot of tequila. Cheers. It's something, thank you, James, that I've been told often in my life. Something that it has been suggested to me from the best of friends to strangers I meet one time. And it's something I've always thought I've wanted to pursue, but I've been absolutely terrified to even start. And I think the best way to force myself to start it is to announce that I'm going to start it publicly. And I've always kept it like kind of hidden that I even really wanted to do it. It's never been hidden that I should do it, but I've never outwardly shown interest. Let me stop dancing around the subject. I want to try stand-up comedy. I want to put myself out there and try to be a comedian. And saying that out loud, I don't know why that sounded, I felt like dumb saying that. That's the most honest reaction I could give you guys. I felt dumb saying that out loud. But I also felt dumb when I ever said that I wanted to be a DJ out loud. And I started doing that. I went to school to understand how to do that even better, and I still do it now, and I don't feel dumb doing it. I love doing it. I just said I feel at my best when I do it. So I feel dumb saying this now, but my hope is that it'll lead to me finding out that I love doing something else too. So what I've started to do is I've started to think about all the stories that I tell. Because people have told me straight up, dude, you should be a comedian. I remember one time my friend Monica told me that she had a dream that I opened up as a stand-up comic for like some big ass band. I forgot who. Like the Foo Fighters. Like that's such a dumbass dream, but she had it about me. And like it was her, me, Monica, and Cole. And the two of them did not act like it was crazy at all that I could be a stand-up comic. And I was listening to this dream that she had thinking this was the most absurd thing I've ever heard. That's kind of where the seed was planted. Like I know I'm a funny guy. And I've been told, not only that I'm a funny guy, but I've also been told that I'm a good storyteller. But I've kind of always been in denial that I can put those two together and make jokes. Because I have such respect for comics. I think there's a difference between being funny and being able to make a joke. A joke needs a punchline. I've never sat down and actually came up with a joke. I know that I have a bunch of stories in my catalog here that I can tell people that will get them to laugh. But to be on stage and to tell these stories, there has to be a punchline. And I've respected the art of comedy, and I respect comedians too much to think that I can just do that by just being funny. So I've never actually sat down and actually written a joke. That's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start writing jokes. Somehow, some way. I don't really know how. I'm going to start listening to podcasts about it, reading about it, watching YouTube's videos about it. But I want to learn how to take my stories and turn them into bits. And maybe they already are and I just haven't realized it yet. My goal that I'm saying out loud to everybody out there is to stand up on a stage and do 5 minutes before the year is done. If I'm really pushing myself, I should say before the summer is done. Because I think I can, man. I think I can put together 5 minutes by the end of August. I've got to start finding open mics. I've got to start hitting them up. And look, I'm a bartender. I have weird hours. So like I got to start trying to find an open mic that's open at the time that I'm available. You know, like shit, are there Tuesday and Wednesday open mics? So I've been getting some Sundays off. Can I do that? And hopefully that'll be some content I can put out too. And then I'll have a direction with this show. Because what was I talking about? I got to sell myself, right? But what am I selling? Big Kid with Will Bryant, the show that makes you feel like a kid again. Show that where I bitch out again. The show where I fuck up again. Like, that's not selling anything, but maybe I could sell myself as a DJ. Sell myself as a comedian. Maybe you guys listening right now could be like, I used to listen to this show before he ever got on stage, whether it be for music or comedy. I don't know. I'm the type of guy that, you know, fuck whatever type of guy I am. I once heard Bob Dylan say that he feels like destiny is something that we keep private to ourselves, that we don't really tell other people about. When you think about your own destiny, you keep it to yourself because it's fragile, and you're afraid that when you communicate it to someone else, that they'll destroy it. It's almost as if your own destiny is yours and your own. And I always felt like the things I really felt I was destined to do, I never wanted to speak about. I don't know if it was because I was most afraid of people shitting on that than anything else in my life. I don't know if it's because those are the subjects and topics in my life I was most vulnerable about. I don't know if it's just that I didn't want to get made fun of. But fuck it, man. I thought that when I would start DJing that I was going to be kind of like made fun of, and all of my friends supported me to the umpteenth degree, to the point where we put on shows together. We put on entire little festivals in my backyard for 8 hours for 50 plus people, man. Like, when I thought that my friends might not support me DJing, they not only supported me, they were my opening acts. And I have a feeling that there's going to be a bunch of friends that reach out and be like, fuck yes, it's about damn time. Yeah. I want to be a bartender / DJ / podcast host / comedian. Maybe someday. All right, guys. That's it for me today, man. Be sure to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. Follow me at I'm Will Bryant on all platforms. Follow me like you love my 90s alternative playlist at my bar on a Monday afternoon. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and oh, by the way, also Spotify. Follow me at I'm Will Bryant. 3 words, I'm Will Bryant, like Kobe, Bryant. This has been Big Kid with Will Bryant. Maybe it's been Bar Talk with Will Bryant. Maybe it's been Big Dreamin' with Will Bryant. The podcast where Will dreams about being a comedian. The podcast where Will dreams about being a DJ. The podcast where Will dreams of a dreamer. Either way, I'm your host. I'm Will Bryant. Until next time.